Here we are again, time for more weather for Weather Geeks. This is the edition for Tuesday evening, January 26th, 2016. January coming to a close over the next 5 days, and here's a quick review of where we stand so far this month. We're 1.2 degrees below average for the month as a whole, and high temperatures. You look at the calendar view here, and high temperatures below average have certainly outnumbered temperatures that have been above average, but we did have 2 in a row this week, yesterday, and 47 degrees today. That was a mid-morning high, with temperatures falling in the afternoon. As far as precipitation this month, we are sitting at 10.1 inches of snow. Liquid precipitation days, let's see, 3, 6, about 8 days of liquid precipitation, many more days where there was some sort of measurable snow, being at least a trace. But you'll notice no big storms at all. At the airport, the biggest one-day total so far this season, back on the 12th, 2.6 inches. What a paltry season it has been in the snow department so far. All right, temperatures. That was the story for a lot of the day today. You walked outside this morning and it felt like springtime. Middle and upper 40s, and then the cold front rolled through at about 11 o'clock to noon, and temperatures, as expected, fell off. And this evening we are tumbling back to freezing and even a little below freezing in some spots. We've got a couple of cold fronts on the weather map this evening. One is right kind of in through here. The next one is up here. That one across the upper Midwest and into the Great Lakes. This is going to cruise our way tonight into tomorrow, reinforcing the chill and also bringing some flurries from time to time later on tonight into tomorrow morning. Also keeping an eye out tonight for maybe a few patches of freezing drizzle. The atmospheric conditions might be favorable for that, but I think it'll be real spotty and a low-end chance kind of a thing. But it's just something I have to mention because I can't rule it out. Don't think it's a large impact kind of a thing for tonight. Most of the time later tonight into tomorrow morning, you'll just see some innocent snowflakes flying by. Here on Futurecast, you see that front swinging through, some flurries around into tomorrow morning. These might hang around the northern part of our viewing area until about midday, even a couple of inches of lake effect possible up in the snow belts. But as we go towards Thursday, this has been an adjustment to the forecast today. This looks like a healthier and healthier clipper heading our way Thursday, so in a couple of different rounds, we might see, some decent snows here. Now, this is not going to add up to much, but here you go Thursday morning, mid-morning, a little band of snow pushing through. Could have another one as we go through Thursday afternoon and evening. There'll be some lake effect trying to set up behind this as well, and flurries will hang around into Friday morning. How much snow are we looking at here? I'm going to show you a few different locations throughout our viewing area. As you can see the banner up there, this is for Mercer over in Mercer County. Some of the modeling here is showing up to 2 inches. Just about every model, in fact, other than the European, which has closer to an inch, has about 2 inches of snow between Thursday and Thursday night. That's in Mercer. Down in Salem, of course, amounts a little lower typically the farther south you go, especially with these clipper situations and especially if you get a little lake enhancement as well. But the modeling nonetheless showing a half an inch to an inch even as far south as Salem. The NAM model in the orange even shows about 1.5 inches. As we take a look at a couple of other spots across our viewing area, let's see if this will advance. No, it didn't want to advance for me. Went back to the beginning. But anyway, we're looking at probably a widespread coating to 1 inch worth of snow Thursday into Thursday night. I might even have to allow for 2 inches in some parts of the northern half of our viewing area, particularly over in Mercer County. So stay tuned for the details on that. I was going to show you 1 or 2 other locations, but for whatever reason, they didn't decide to come up. All right, let's talk about the weekend. Friday, again, flurries through the morning and midday hours. That's a brisk, chilly wind on Friday, north breezes here. So a classic January day that day. Things are going to change in a hurry as we go into the weekend. Here's a look at Saturday morning. This next system heading our way, the first thing we'll see is a warm front. And this may start to produce some precipitation Saturday morning. And this could kind of come in as a mixed bag. There could be some flurries. Temperatures, if the precipitation comes in early enough, this might be borderline where we might have a brief period of freezing rain, but a little early to pin down the details on that. Whatever happens early Saturday, it should just end by midday or early afternoon. You can probably enjoy a lot of Saturday afternoon as we get up into the mid-40s. And then we're firmly in the warm sector on Sunday. Now, it's going to be a pretty cloudy day Sunday. I think there can be some showers, especially late in the day. This is Sunday evening, cold fronts pushing through at that point. Now, the GFS here swings this front through quickly and actually cools it down on Monday. I'll tell you that some of the other modeling is much slower with this initial front and doesn't really plow it all the way through like the GFS has here. So the forecast gets a little bit challenging early next week. But even the GFS then does bring back the warmth by midweek. The GFS shows a cool down and then a warm up. Other modeling just shows it staying warm from the weekend through about the middle of next week. But anyway, I'm showing you the GFS depiction of things here with a strong low-pressure system in the Midwest. Actually, let's take a look at the lower 48 view on this. This is going to be a blizzard for parts of the Midwest for Groundhog Day on Tuesday into Tuesday night, parts of Wednesday as well. Look at those winds up in the upper Midwest. That's a legit blizzard-looking map there for Minneapolis and heading up towards Marquette, Michigan. But down here, it would be rain into midweek as we stay on the warm side of things. But of course, this will drag in the cold air again for the second half of next week. So the longer range temperatures, we're showing a lot of warmth through the first half of next week. So the weekend through the first 3 days of next week, the first 3 days of February, all looking above average. We could flirt with 50 a couple of times. And then the cold air is going to come in. And so this is the period from the 3rd through the 8th, showing the cold progressing east. And the 5-day chunk then from the 5th through the 10th, also looking below average. After that, the forecast gets tricky for the rest of February. There's kind of conflicting signals in the real long range. Conflicting signals about what's going on in the stratosphere and the Arctic, and then what's going on in the Pacific Ocean. And they're all kind of giving a mixed message as to how February as a whole may shake out. But we're confident that the first few days of February will be warm. There'll be a cool shot after that. And then as we get into mid-February, into late February, all bets off on the table, I should say, right now. Thanks for watching the Tuesday night edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. More updates throughout the evening on any freezing drizzle threats. I might put together a preliminary snow map and put it online for the Clipper on Thursday. I might wait till tomorrow until we get some more modeling under our belts. But stay tuned for details on that. You can check out my forecast at 11 tonight. Be sure to watch Just tomorrow morning on WFMJ today, bright and early, starting at 5.